Well, I know Arizona State has a very strong team. That's one of the reasons that we, asked them to wrestle us, and there's some intriguing matchups in there, obviously. So, just looking forward to a good match. They're going to be ready to go, I know, and hopefully we are as well.
How big a deal is it that this is on live on ESPN2?
I think that's great. Any national exposure like that is great for the sport. I think we're seeing more and more of that in wrestling, which is it's a good sign, right? So I don't know if we've had a duel on ESPN2 recently or in the last few years. I don't know, but obviously we're blessed with the Big Ten Network and the exposure that the national tournament gets. So it's good things for Olympic sport.
So I have a two-part question here. First, is there a mechanism in place for UNC to kind of agree to an endpoint or an endpoint? And if there were, would it be worth it for the crowd and the TV audience to end at 74, since you'd have 5 versus 1 at 65 and 2 versus 1 at 74 to kind of end the broadcast?
That's way too much thinking for me. I can tell you that. But no, I don't. That's not really the point. I mean, I get that, and they're using that more and more in wrestling, obviously, in different events. You have a build-up and then the finale. But there's going to be great matches all up and down the lineup. Mark Hall and Valencia is just obviously rematch the national finals, so that's a big one. But we're a team, and so we're not going to focus on one match.
Mark has said that his match versus Zahid is just another match. But if he wants to reach what I would expect his goal would be to be the best at the weight, he's probably going to have to deal with him at some point or another. So how do you have your guys balance making it not bigger than it needs to be, but improving to get through that?
Well, I think Mark understands and expects to be his best regardless of his opponent, right? So just because he has Zahid, who's the #1 ranked guy in the country, returning national champion, right? It shouldn't change his effort, right? His effort should be great regardless of who and where or when, or when he's wrestling. So, and that's the way I look at it. I think that's the way our guys look at it for the most part. Yeah, it's a big match, right? But every match is big in a certain sense. So, but yeah, I mean, he's the guy he's the top seeded guy in the weight, and that's the guy, one of the guys you got to beat if you want to be national champion. So of course he's looking ahead to that, but you got to be your best, and that's the goal, always is.
From your perspective, what makes Valencia so tough to prepare for, and where have you seen him gotten better as you guys have maybe scouted him over the last couple of months?
Well, I think he's just tough. He's good. He wrestles hard. He's very confident, right? He tries to score a lot of points, and I think his offense has just improved over the last short while, last couple of years. Just keeps getting better, and you can tell he's a kid that really enjoys wrestling. Wrestles year round, and he's just really good. So, but Mark's really good also. So it should be a fun match.
Cael, Teskey's a guy, I believe there's rumors about his knee. I'm just curious.
About his what? His knee?
I believe it's his knee. I don't know if it's completely unfounded. I'm just curious if, he's going to redshirt this season, if you expect him to compete in any open tournaments this season.
He had I'd say a minor knee issue earlier in the year. It's not something that's bothering him now, and it was just an infection in his knee, right? I mean, those are scary and they can be serious, but it's not, that was a while ago. So if that's what you're referring to, but yeah, he might wrestle this weekend in an open. I believe that's the plan right now. But I mean, it's finals week, and things can change a little bit as we progress. But he's getting ready to go. His weight's good. He's made weight.
So red shirt isn't on the table then?
Oh yeah, red shirt's on the table. Yeah, everything's on the table. We don't know what we're doing at 25 yet. I mean, that's going to be something that we decide as we move along here, right? I mean, Gavin Teasdale's still planning and preparing to compete at 25 also. Schnupp's getting better, with coming off two wins. So we have options there, and we'll try to make the right decision, but it's really not that pressing for us right now. I mean, there's just no reason to rush into something when we're not sure what the best long-term solution is for the program.
have you seen Brady and Jared kind of face off against each other, and how have you seen it raise their level of, this wanting starting spot?
Well, I think, competition, brings out the best in a competitor. It doesn't bring out the best in everybody, unfortunately, but, if you're a competitor, it's going to bring the best out of you. And I think, that's just competition that they obviously they both saw that a year ago. They both knew that this was the spot, and they're both going to, only one guy can be the starter there. So, hopefully, it's raised their game. But again, I mean, I don't think either one of them chose to come to Penn State to be the starter, right? I mean, they came to Penn State because they want to win national titles, right? So there's a bigger picture involved. Yeah, you got to beat the guy in front of you, but that's part of being a national champion, right? So, I don't know if either one of them are necessarily training for one another, or that was a big motivator for them. I think it's just part of the process, and it is what it is. So, but I think they're both friends, but the reality that we can have one guy in that weight, and we're pretty good at the weight above. Neither one of them going the weight down, and the weight above. You've got a pretty good guy there also, so it is what it is.
Cael,
whose turn? I don't know. We would probably just flip a coin or draw straws. I'm not really sure what we're going to do there yet.